The Tribune, the Vanguard, Daily Trust, the Nation newspaper with us this morning. Let's start off with the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria leaves e-waste recycling to hustlers, misses out on $89 billion income. That's a lead story on the front page of the Vanguard, of the Guardian, I should say, this morning. Trump's new Africa envoy visits Nigeria, present new migration deal. Oye decries doctor-patient ratio gaps, widening infrastructure deficit. That's also on the front page of the Guardian today. Dangote cracks down on illegal haulage, offers 500,000 naira reward for whistleblowers. A terrorist killed 9 Plateau family members, 18 in Benue attack. PFIPC police arraign Adeyemi tomorrow as pressure mounts on Senate and the ICPC. Article Nance fault proposed 50,000 naira WAEC and NECO fees hike. How intelligence-led operations aided rescue of abducted Orire victims. Let accountability prevail in probe of NNPCL's 210 trillion naira shortfall. That's on the front page of the Guardian. 2027 Igbo leaders raise concerns over suppression of opposition members. Front page of the Guardian today. To the Tribune newspaper now. Untold story of Orire rescue operation. How General Abe's death influenced tactical change by security agencies. Arrest of their wives forced terrorists to relax hard stance to stop use of abductees as human shield. APC kicks as INEC extends deadline for presidential National Assembly nomination list, accuses commission of succumbing to undue pressure. While we moved candidate submission till tomorrow, says INEC. That's on the front page of the Tribune. You can see more of that on page 22 of that newspaper. Reps opposition lawmakers demand extension of ongoing voters registration. Fake PFIPC DG Adeyemi to be arraigned on Tuesday. That's also on the front page of the Tribune today. Suspected herders kill 16 persons in Benue. Family of 9 2-month-old baby killed in another Plateau attack. Iran closes Strait of Hormuz as hostilities escalate with the United States. It looks like we're never going to see the end of this U.S.-Iran crisis. Experts warn on multiplicity of security agencies at Nigeria's airport. Front page of the Tribune this morning. Let's go to the Punch newspaper now. Troops kill 274 insurgents as Nigeria records 882 attacks. Borno tops violence chart with 172 fatalities. Zamfara Plateau follow. U.S. body report says insurgents target aid workers, cargo trucks and schools. Report identifies Borno's Mongono axis as Nigeria's critical humanitarian flashpoint. That's on the front page of the Punch today. Just capturing some of the milestones that our troops have made in the fight against insurgency in the country. Recovered ISWAP footage reveals Palestinian trainer Moroccan doctor. That's on the front page. That's according to the military on the front page of the Punch this morning. Reads again, recovered ISWAP footage reveals Palestinian trainer and Moroccan doctor. Rescued Oyo pupils may meet family members today. Foreign debt servicing gulps almost $1 billion in 2 months. Commuters stranded as flood wreaks havoc on Lagos Ogun roads. Fake agency scandal plays to arraign controversial DG Tuesday. NTLA arrests a South African woman over 5.75 kilogram cannabis haul. Only 217,784 meters installed under $500 million power project. That's on the front page of the Punch this morning. Let's go to the Vanguard newspaper and also check out the Nation, the Daily Trust and Daily Post today. But let's start off with the Vanguard this morning. Orire school children, how arrest of kidnappers' family members led to victims' rescue. That's a late story there on the front page of the Vanguard. Of course, you expect the Orire rescue to still be on the front burner for days to come, given the the extent of the attack and also the nature of the rescue operation, which has continued to generate a lot of controversy and reactions in the last couple of days. After 56 days in captivity, our children may not return to school. That's the parent of those children. Oil cartel, tanker operators, enforcement agencies blamed for Papa Kirikiri gridlock. Black Weekend, family of 9, 18 others killed in Benue and Plateau State. Federal government raises YEC fees to 50,000 naira per candidate. That's on the front page of the Vanguard today. Strategic partnership unveiled for Pan-African expansion of businesses. Banks/lending cut 5.4 trillion across key sectors. Front page of the Vanguard today. Tinubu's renomination of Shettima shows stability, courage as Senator Plank. Why picked Bintu as running mate as a Labour Party presidential candidate. There's a picture of what played out at the weekend in your state where Governor Makinde met with the rescued area victims at a military hospital or 2 division headquarters of the Nigerian Army here in Ibadan. Front page of the Vanguard has those pictures and that story. That's on the front page of the Vanguard. 2026 FIFA issues Golden Boot update as Mbappe Messi chase award. FIFA is also considering expanding the 2030 World Cup to 64 teams. England, Argentina to renew bitter rivalry at the World Cup semi-final. That's also on the sports side of the Vanguard today. Let's go to the Daily Trust now. Front page of the Daily Trust. Benue protesters storm Oba's palace with Ochidoma's palace, that is, with corpses after fresh herdsmen attack. Sheikh more powerful than Shettima under Tinubu. Kwakonsia spokesman on Muslim ticket. They can't govern Nigeria. APC blast opposition over missed INEC deadline. Edo local government poll. APC sweeps 18 chairmanship when the 92 councillorship sits in the state. That's on the front page of the Daily Post. On the business side, fuel price reduction update in Nigeria. You can get that. Marketers give updates on cooking gas price reduction as well. That's another story on the business side of the Daily Post today. NCC advances policy, engages stakeholders on cost-based framework for duct sharing. Nigerian Army falls kidnap attempt, rescues 4 victims in Sokoto. Police rescue 2 kidnapped victims after intercepting petrol ransom in Zamfara State. 5 UB resident hospitalized after rabies-infected dog attack. That's on the front page of the Daily Post this morning. We'll take our first commercial break of the morning. When we get back, we'll be, analyzing these stories for you to stay with us.
FM 94.9. Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.
wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ n ò lè ṣaláì má panilẹ́rìn lákòókò àpéjọpọ̀ ìtakùrọ̀sọ orí ìlà mọ̀lẹ́bí mi.
ó tiẹ̀ da ohun tí gbogbo wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mò ń sè.
ó náà ni àmì ìdánimọ̀ mi ti ṣe Maggi native jollof rice. ìtọ́wò ẹ̀kan lásán ara yìí kankan ò sí lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Maggi Star tá a ṣe látara ẹ̀wà sóyà àlùbọ́sà adùn chili àti kànáfùrù.
oúnjẹ alẹ́ ti délẹ̀ ẹ máa bọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ tàbí kí ẹ má wá rárá.
Maggi Star yóò sọ gbogbo oúnjẹ tá a ṣe dohun àrà ọ̀tọ̀ yóò sì tún sọ àkókò náà dàkókò mánigbàgbé.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Crema.
Even when you need to clear your eyes.
Kivo Crema.
And when you need to have the break time.
Kivo Crema.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema.
Good time moments with Kivo Crema.
Kivo Crema.
Since inception, almost 100% of Ashesi University students have found jobs, started businesses, or gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. From Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and are leading successful careers. If you dream of a rewarding life and career, an Ashesi education prepares you just for that. Learn more about applying to Ashesi at ashesi.edu.gh. Remember, admission is ongoing.
Oya shoppers, make una hear correct gist. Maggi chicken flavor promo don land o.
Buy Maggi chicken flavor 50 double cubes pack and get 10 extra cubes free.
Yes o, and if you buy small 10 double cubes pack, you go get 4 cubes free.
Na more rich chicken taste, more enjoyment, and more value for your money.
Rush go your nearest shop now and ask for Maggi chicken flavor promo pack before e finish. Offer valid while stocks last. Me and Maggi, so good together.
Good internet changes everything. The way you work, the way you relax, even the way you stay close to those who matter to you. That's what the INT'L 5G Smart Connect brings into your space. With the INT'L 5G Smart Connect, you can enjoy unlimited data, super fast speed, and even connect to multiple devices. All for just 25,000 Naira plus 15,000 Naira one-time installation fee. Visit the nearest INT'L shop or call 0911 000 0080 to switch to unlimited.
INT'L.
kò ní sú mi kò ní rẹ̀. má jẹ́ ó sú ẹ láti máa gbọ́ wa àti láti tẹ̀lé wa lórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ 32FM 949 ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀. kò ní sú mi kò ní rẹ̀.
lẹ́ẹ̀kejì irú ẹ̀ ló tún kò lọ́jọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2026 29th August 2026 àti ṣeré a máa tún ṣe yìí a sì tún máa ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ orú ẹ̀ lókè èpè tó ń ti gbádùn àlùjò àwàdà ẹ̀rín kéékèèké tó ń ti fífi àmàlà dúdú tàbí funfun tó fẹ́lẹ́ bí etí pẹ̀lú ọbẹ̀ ewédú gbẹ̀gìrì ìlà ẹ̀fọ́ rírò ẹran pọ̀nmọ́ tó kàtà mọ́ra ṣe kọ̀rọ̀bọ̀tọ̀ sórí àmàlà láfijọ́ máa ṣẹjọ́ ẹ̀ ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta náírà lẹ́ọ̀fẹ̀rà tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì jẹ̀gbádùn tó gbádùn pẹ̀lú àwọn olóúnjẹ ìgbàlódé láwùjọ tó yáàyè táyé ń gbà tiwọn bíbí food canteen lókè àdó ìyá àdìjà alámàlà níyànà àdí ọ̀yọ́ ìyá ọ̀yọ́ alámàlà lọ́jà àgbàrìmú àtàwọn olóúnjẹ ìgbàlódé míì kò tán síbẹ̀ àwọn òdíje wọ̀nyí bíi ta ló lè jẹ̀sùn àmàlà bàkìtàn láàrin ìṣẹ́jú àyà tàbí ta lọkùnrin náà tó lè ro àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó kóná bíi etí àtẹni tó lè yára tètè jàmàlà tó gbóná láàrin ìṣẹ́jú àyà ọ̀fẹ́ ní fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ wá sí 32FM Laughter House Premier Hill Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn bó bá wà dọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2026 kàtúyàyà túyàyà pàdé ní Recreation Club ní dojúkọ Àdámàṣègbà nílùú Ìbàdàn ọ̀làtò ti sọ̀díwòkè bùkà bùtà tó ń tẹran tó jíire pẹ̀lú àlùjò tó bá gbà mú ẹ lè ṣo ní gbọ̀ngbọ̀ àyájọ́ ọjọ́ àmàlà Fest 2026 láti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ máa bọ̀ ní Laughter House tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí 0806 218 5194 Àmàlà Fest 32FM 94.9.
Oya shoppers, make una hear correct gist. Maggi chicken flavor promo don land o.
Buy Maggi chicken flavor 50 double cubes pack and get 10 extra cubes free.
Yes o, and if you buy small 10 double cubes pack, you go get 4 cubes free.
Na more rich chicken taste, more enjoyment, and more value for your money.
Rush go your nearest shop now and ask for Maggi chicken flavor promo pack before e finish. Offer valid while stocks last. Me and Maggi, so good together.
When I'm hungry and I need a quick meal, something crunchy, creamy and tasty. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix is just all I need.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix just the way I like it. Berry creamer and sugar, just the way I like it. 𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 soaking made easy. Enjoy at school, home or work.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 3-in-1 Gary mix. Just add water and enjoy.
𝐃𝐈𝐒 mix.
wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ n ò lè ṣaláì má panilẹ́rìn lákòókò àpéjọpọ̀ ìtakùrọ̀sọ orí ìlà mọ̀lẹ́bí mi.
ó tiẹ̀ da ohun tí gbogbo wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mò ń sè.
ó náà ni àmì ìdánimọ̀ mi ti ṣe Maggi native jollof rice. ìtọ́wò ẹ̀ kan lásán ara yìí kankan ò sí lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Maggi Star tá a ṣe látara ẹ̀wà sóyà àlùbọ́sà adùn chili àti kànáfùrù.
oúnjẹ alẹ́ ti délẹ̀ ẹ máa bọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ tàbí kí ẹ má wá rárá.
Maggi Star yóò sọ gbogbo oúnjẹ tá a ṣe dohun àrà ọ̀tọ̀ yóò sì tún sọ àkókò náà dàkókò mánigbàgbé.
Together.
32 FM 94.9, your laughter station. Thank you for staying with us as we continue to get your day started with the top stories across the dailies. It's time for us to go beyond the headlines now. We have Barrister Yomi Ogunla, our analyst, to help us break down the stories this morning. Barrister, good morning. Great to have you.
Good morning, Toba. How's your, or how did you enjoy your weekend?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Thank you. That was yours. Yeah.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning. Okay, so, I mean, a lot happened over the weekend. Friday stroke Saturday, reactions to all of the stories regarding the rescue of those children. And going by this report from the Punch newspaper, they say the pupils and teachers abducted from schools, Riri local government may likely reunite with their families today, Monday, following the anticipated handover by the military to the state government after 48 hours of medical observation. And the victims regained their freedom after spending 56 days in captivity. They've been receiving medical treatment and psychosocial support at the headquarters of the 2 Division of the Nigerian Army Medical Services, Odogbo Barracks, Ibadan. Magide, of course, visited the victims on Saturday, said they will remain under medical observation for 48 hours before they are formally handed over to the state government. I mean, there's been a lot of conversation around this. I'd like to get your thought first regarding the fact that they've been going through medical observation, psychosocial support, especially if you consider the PTSD that may come with this, having been in captivity for 56 days. That's one. And number two, one of the things I've also seen, what I might describe as rather disturbing is some of the conspiracy theories that I've read, about some of these things. Some people saying, well, I mean, it's sad that we're talking about this. Some people saying perhaps it was staged. Some people are alleging that ransom was paid even after the military had, come out to explain what played out. We've heard from the counterterrorism expert who had said that the strategy that was used was adopted following the killing of General Rabe, at the hands of those terrorists. That the military had to change strategy. There was a special force from the Office of the National Security Advisor. That the fact there was a joint operation as well. What have you made of some of these things? What does this say? Because how do you discredit the account of the military? In fact, Aisha Yusufu was quoted to have said that she needed the CCTV footage of an active rescue operation. I mean, how did we get here, as a country? How did the trust deficit build so badly that people can claim or discredit the ordeal of teachers and children taken away from their school for 56 days and say that it was staged?
Yes, thank you very much, Toba. On the first one, if the children were kidnapped and kept for 56 days in the forest, of course, their physical and mental well-being becomes an issue. And so it is not out of place for them to be undergoing, medical examination and what have you. That's a good one. Now, on the controversies, I have always said something. When the flock is lost, the blame rests squarely on the shepherd. On the NBA Ibadan forum yesterday, there was, something like this. People being skeptical, and all that, doubting if there was indeed a rescue or there was ransom paid and so on and so forth. But do you blame the people? You cannot blame the people. You cannot blame the sheep. The 2 levels of government, the federal government and the state government, laid the foundation for the skeptics. They were the ones who flowered or watered the doubt. The federal government, on the one hand, appears to be blaming the state government for staging the kidnap to give the president a bargain. Seyi Makinde is also saying, look, just a day or two after I expressed my intention to run for presidency, this thing came up. So, if the central government and the state government are doubting one another's sincerity in the whole episode, what are you expecting from the people? And not only that, evidence too. When the children were kidnapped, they were in their school uniforms. Were the bandits buying them clothes, or were their families bringing clothes to them? Especially when, right from the outset, we were informed that they had been encircled by the military. So there are a few questions, that deserve to be answered. I am not doubting the integrity, the competence, the professionalism of our military. As a matter of fact, I have been telling people that today the military has made a very strong statement that particularly the Southwest is a no-go area for terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers. One can only hope that they can so establish too in the other regions of the country. Particularly the Northeast and the Northwest.
Yes, I was going there really. So 2 questions. The first one is, why do you think that this didn't take as long as some of the kidnapping cases we saw in the northeastern part of the country? Was it perhaps the cooperation? Because at the time the federal government and state government were, allegedly making some of those statements, politicizing this issue, there was collaboration at that level. There was. Even at the time the state government declared curfew, it was because those areas had been encircled by the military. So what was the point, of making those statements? That's number one. And number two is, I saw different people at the time those children were in captivity make posts, advocate for their release. And the moment they were released, some of these people switched to saying the kidnap was staged. Is it that people have grown to a level where, they are so used to bad news? Because, it's marveling for me, really. And as you said, there are people on the front line risking their lives for the safety and security of this country. So don't you think giving into this conspiracy theory sort of rubbishes the gallantry of our troops? Because these are people, sometimes when we come here, we advocate for them to be paid well and everything. But again, in the same breath, we talk about how things were staged. So aren't we rubbishing the effort? Because people die on the front line. People died in the course of this operation as well, trying to ensure that these children are brought home safely.
Yes, Toba, I agree with you. Well, like I said, it is that lack of sincerity and the advertisement of the personal grievances of the two main actors, Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the one hand and 𝐂𝐈𝐒 on the other. And this I have said, I think on your station too, that it is a breach of their oath of office, because their personal interests should find no way into a matter like this. So if you find Nigerians doubting, the sincerity of the entire process, it is because of the politics that was introduced into the whole drama. And that should never happen. When it is a matter concerning the security and welfare of the people, I want to believe that a joint operation, understanding by the two levels of government, is sine qua non. So if people are doubting the integrity of the entire process, the people who carry the blame are Bola Ahmed Tinubu and 𝐂𝐈𝐒. When they have their differences, they should go and resolve their differences elsewhere and not bring it into a matter like this.
So the other leg of the question.
Yeah. You see, I said something. I said a bold statement has been made by the president, our governor, and the military, particularly the military, that the southwest region is a no-go area for terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers. Do you know why? Because here, if our people hear something, believe me, they will say something. The governor, I want to believe, has not been sleeping for some time now, working hand in hand with the security operatives and, to an extent, the federal government. There was that collaboration. You cannot compare what happened in Oyo State with what is happening in the north, where people who are occupying public offices are, whether directly or indirectly, giving support to the terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers. We heard stories of terrorists, bandits, and kidnappers being sent to Mecca on taxpayers' money. So the kind of cooperation that we saw in Oyo State particularly, it is difficult to find in the northern states. Well, perhaps with what we have been hearing from the Zamfara governor, maybe it could be replicated there. And with Zulum too, yes, maybe it could be replicated there. But for the military to succeed as they have done in the Orire issue, they need the cooperation of everybody. The people, the governor, the federal government, all must work, hand in hand. Right. That's the only way we can achieve the kind of results that we got in Orire.
Right. Okay, let's take this break. When we get back, we'll continue the conversation. Remember, we're live on Facebook, 32FM 949 FM. Don't go away. We're back in a moment.
Stay tuned to 32 FM 94.9.
Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀. N ò lè ṣaláì má panilẹ́rìn lákòókò àpéjọpọ̀ ìtakùrọ̀sọ orí ìlà mọ̀lẹ́bí mi.
Ó tiẹ̀ da ohun tí gbogbo wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mò ń sè.
Ó náà ni àmì ìdánimọ̀ mi ti ṣe Maggi native jollof rice. Ìtọ́wò ẹ̀kan lásán, àròyé kankan ò sí lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Maggi Star tá a ṣe látara ẹ̀wà sóyà, àlùbọ́sà adùn chili àti kànáfùrù.
Oúnjẹ alẹ́ ti délẹ̀, ẹ máa bọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ tàbí kí ẹ má wá rárá.
Maggi Star yóò sọ gbogbo oúnjẹ tá a ṣe dohun àrà ọ̀tọ̀. Yóò sì tún sọ àkókò náà dàkókò mánigbàgbé.
Attention kids, are you ready to become amazing?
Let's go to the amazing!
So, what do?
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
Can't hear you!
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
That's right! Nurture your kids with the Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, which contains protein, fiber, calcium, and vitamin A. I am Captain Amazing, and with Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, amazing kids become amazing-nators. Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. Nurture their amazing.
Guy, we don't talk since so. Make I go do my work, we go continue this talk later.
Oh boy, you don't talk. How about? You know the tire.
Now the new level be that too. This new MTN sachet bundle don't make life easy for me.
Brotherly, involve me now. Make myself they follow ya like you. Talk until you tire. When you day on top the new MTN sachet bundles, dial *312*7# and press 2 to start to enjoy from 100 naira. Load am, talk they go.
Start your day and have a good time. Ħkivu Krima. Even when you need to clear your eyes. Ħkivu Krima. And when you need to have the break time. Ħkivu Krima. If not tea, Papa Gary time. Ħkivu Krima. Ħkivu Krima. Ħkivu Krima. Ħkivu Krima.
Good time moments with Ħkivu Krima.
Ħkivu Krima.
Attention kids, are you ready to become amazing?
Yes, Captain Amazing!
So, what do?
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
Can't hear you!
We take our Amazing Day cereal!
That's right! Nurture your kids with the Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, which contains protein, fiber, calcium, and vitamin A. I am Captain Amazing, and with Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal, amazing kids become amazing-nators. Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. Nurture their amazing.
Oya shoppers, make una hear correct gist. Maggi chicken flavor promo don land o.
Buy Maggi chicken flavor 50 double cubes pack and get 10 extra cubes free.
Yes o, and if you buy small 10 double cubes pack, you go get 4 cubes free.
Na more rich chicken taste, more enjoyment, and more value for your money.
Rush go your nearest shop now and ask for Maggi chicken flavor promo pack before e finish. Offer valid while stocks last. Me and Maggi, so good together.
Kò sí oúnjẹ tí kò wú kókó inú. Ìjòyè pàtàkì ni àmàlà láwùjọ òkèlè. Aláṣírí onínáwó, ìmùlẹ̀ya oníbùkà, kò bá gbóná, kó ṣe tútù, kí ọbẹ̀ ṣáà ti lọ́wọ́rọ́. Ọ̀fun mi.
Ilé eléyìí o. Ẹja ọsàn. Bọ́dún bá ti dùn, àrórógbó. Bọ́dún bá ti dùn, àráwùsá. Ìran àkànàmọ̀gbò yìí pọ̀ dùn jẹ. 32 FM 94.9 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀. Ló tún ti tẹ́ pẹpẹ ètò. Àyájọ́ àmàlà. Àmàlà Fest. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì irú ẹ̀ ló tún kò. Lọ́jọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2026. 29th August 2026. Àti ṣeré, a máa tún ṣe yìí. A sì tún máa ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ orú ẹ̀ lókè èpè. Tó ń ti gbádùn. Àlùjò, àwàdà, ẹ̀rín kéékèèké. Tó ń ti fífi àmàlà dúdú tàbí funfun tó fẹ́lẹ́ bí etí. Pẹ̀lú ọbẹ̀ ewédú, gbẹ̀gìrì, ìlà, ẹ̀fọ́ rírò, ẹran, pọ̀nmọ́ tó kàtà mọ́ra ṣe kọ̀rọ̀bọ̀tọ̀ sórí àmàlà láfijọ́ máa ṣèjọ́ ẹ̀ ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́ta náírà lẹ́ọ̀fẹ̀rà tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì jẹ̀gbádùn tó gbádùn pẹ̀lú àwọn olóúnjẹ ìgbàlódé láwùjọ tó yáàyè táyé ń gbà tiwọn bíbí food canteen lókè àdó ìyá àdìjà alámàlà níyànà àdí ọ̀yọ́ ìyá ọ̀yọ́ alámàlà lọ́jà àgbàrìmú àtàwọn olóúnjẹ ìgbàlódé míì kò tán síbẹ̀ àwọn òdíje wọ̀nyí bíi ta ló lè jẹ̀sù àmàlà bàkìtàn láàrin ìṣẹ́jú àyà tàbí ta lọkùnrin náà tó lè ro àmàlà tó fẹ́lẹ́ tó kóná bíi etí àtẹni tó lè yára tètè jàmàlà tó gbóná láàrin ìṣẹ́jú àyà ọ̀fẹ́ ní fọ́ọ̀mù ẹ wá sí 32 FM Laughter House Premier Hill Mọ́kọ́lá Ìbàdàn bó bá wà dọjọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 2026 kàtúyàyà túyàyà pàdé ní Recreation Club ní dojúkọ Àdámàsìgbà nílùú Ìbàdàn ọ̀làtò ti sọ̀díwòkè bùkà bùtà tó ń tẹran tó jíire pẹ̀ lálùjọ tó bá gbà mú ẹ lè ṣo ní gbọ̀wọ́ àyájọ́ ọjọ́ àmàlà Fest 2026 láti ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ máa bọ̀ ní Laughter House tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè nọ́mbà yìí 0806 218 5194 Àmàlà Fest 32 FM 94.9.
Kivo 3-in-1 omi nìkan ló kù kó fi kún.
Kivo Gary Mix.
Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ n ò lè ṣaláì má panilẹ́rìn lákòókò àpéjọpọ̀ ìtakùrọ̀sọ orí ìlà mọ̀lẹ́bí mi.
Ó tiẹ̀ da ohun tí gbogbo wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mò ń sè.
Ó náà ni àmì ìdánimọ̀ mi ti ṣe Maggi native jollof rice. Ìtọ́wò ẹ̀kan lásán àròyé kankan ò sí lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Maggi Star tá a ṣe látara ẹ̀wà sóyà àlùbọ́sà adùn chili àti kànáfùrù.
Oúnjẹ alẹ́ ti délẹ̀ ẹ máa bọ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ tàbí kí ẹ má wá rárá.
Maggi Star yóò sọ gbogbo oúnjẹ tá a ṣe dohun àrà ọ̀tọ̀ yóò sì tún sọ àkókò náà dàkókò mánigbàgbé.
Ó yá ẹ gbáradì ẹ̀yin ọmọdé wọ̀nyí ṣé ẹ ṣetán láti di ẹni olókìkí ńlá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni Captain Amazing.
Nígbà náà kí la ní láti ṣe.
A ó máa jẹ Amazing Day cereal wa.
Mi ò gbọ́ yín o.
A ó máa jẹ Amazing Day cereal wa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ṣètọ́jú àwọn ọmọ rẹ pẹ̀lú Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal tí ó kún fún èròjà aṣaralóore bíi protein, fibre, calcium àti vitamin A. Èmi ni Captain Amazing pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal. Àwọn ọmọ yóò di olókìkí ńlá tí mú orí wú láwùjọ ìyẹn Amazinators. Golden Penny Amazing Day cereal ṣètọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yìí fún ọjọ́ ọ̀la tí ó dára.
32 FM 94.9.
Break it down, People's Review, 32 FM 94.9. We're live on Facebook, 32 FM 949 for you. Barrister Omegunlaisi with us this morning, breaking down the stories for us. So Barrister, let's quickly move away from Oyo State. We're still talking about...
Papa,
Yes, okay.
Just before you move away.
All right.
There is also, a question that was posted on social media yesterday. One of the abductees was found holding her phone. And that got quite a number of people curious. Did the bandits allow her to keep her phone? Because that would be a tactical error on their part, since with that phone, it could have been a lot easy, since it was active, for the security operatives to have been able to trail it, So there were some questions, that were begging for answers. No doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I saw those things as well, and I found them a bit disturbing because, as a parent myself, I can't imagine not spending one day without my child, not talk of 56 days, but for somebody to now go on social media and say that it was staged, it was rather disturbing. And also, it's possible that the pictures we saw when those victims were, brought to the public by the military, something could have transpired. Maybe they had given them their, belongings back and everything before they were unveiled eventually to the public. But again, let's move away from Oyo. Let's go to Borno, where troops of Operation 𝐾𝐈𝐒 inflicted heavy losses on terrorists in Borno. The reports say they killed a cameraman that works for the Islamic State West Africa province, ISWAP. They also recovered multimedia materials with vital information about the activities of foreign collaborators of this group. They said they were also able to intercept some individuals, foreigners who are working for them. This includes a Palestinian Arab identified as Abu Ishaq. He's said to be the overall trainer of the fighters of ISWAP. There's also a Moroccan identified as Abu Thaiba, who is the medical doctor working with this terrorist network. So, when you think about this thing and this report, it looks like this has gone beyond the shores of Nigeria, the shores of Borno, and it is happening on a large scale internationally. They have their doctor, they have their medical team, they have a trainer. So these persons were reportedly identified after this operation by the troops of Operation 𝐾𝐈𝐒. Barrister.
Yes. And that is quite worrisome. I have said this, it is gladdening, to note that our military appears to have woken up from their slumber, because we are recording great successes, round and about the country, particularly too in the most terrorized areas of the country, which is the north, particularly the northeast and the northwest. But there is a question I want to ask. When Buhari was in government, he gave a visa-free entry to all the Fulanis in the Sahel. Has that been revoked? Because there is the need to go back to how it was before the Buhari administration. Secondly, for our military to make their jobs easier, the problem is with the borders. I know that the Chief of Army Staff, Buratai, I'm not sure now, was the one who was suggesting, fencing those areas. Are we thinking in that direction? Because there is a need for us to properly police the borders.
Yeah.
The borders are too porous for now.
But Barrister, just a quick one on the Buhari issue that you mentioned. It was actually a policy for visa-free entry to all Africans, not just the Fulanis in the Sahel. So it was announced in December 2019, was supposed to take effect in January 2020, that all Africans traveling to Nigeria holding, their country's passport will get visa on arrival. He said that at a Forum for Sustainable Peace and Development, which held in Egypt at the time. He introduced visa.
Well,
yes. So the country had introduced visa on arrival for business travelers in 2018, and that was part of effort to ease going business campaign in Africa. But this one was about all Africans traveling to Nigeria. Just to quickly put that in.
Yes. That's okay.
Yes.
But even if that is what we intended, given the developments that have attended it, isn't it time it is reviewed? I think the government can do something in that respect.
Right.
We really need to review it. And for the borders, this is not good enough. Also, to say that there are ungoverned areas in Nigeria is a big slight on the federal government, particularly. To say that there are some parts in Nigeria that are not experiencing governance, and some people are sitting comfortably in Aso Rock is shameful. So, what do? We must take a step ahead of what we have done. What have we done? We have said, let local governments be active by ensuring that their allocations go to them directly. Good, fair enough. The intent is noble, but we must do what is needed to give effect to that. And what is that? The need to amend the Constitution to reflect the three-tier structure of federalism that Nigeria is practicing. There is no more need for a Ministry of Local Government. Section 7 of the Constitution has outlived its usefulness and so to be expunged. We want an independent local government, not this one that is subsumed under state governments and where they really enjoy their stay at the pleasure of the governor. That is not good at all. That is not good, because I believe that if we are able to make the local governments truly functional, then there will be no place in Nigeria referred to as an ungoverned area.
Right. Okay, so let's quickly touch on this one as well before we open the phone lines. The police are set to arraign the Director General of that controversial agency known as the Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, Mr. Prince Adeniyi Adeyemi, before the Federal High Court tomorrow, Tuesday. They said they filed the charge. They're charging Adeyemi and two others with 8 counts bordering on forgery, impersonation, and related offenses. Adeyemi was alleged to have operated a fictitious agency from the second floor of the Federal Secretariat Complex, Phase 3, Abuja, before his reported arrest. Recall that the president had directed the ICPC to conduct a thorough investigation into the activities of this agency within 30 days. And also, the News Agency of Nigeria yesterday reported that when the case came up on June 16 for the defendant to take their plea, Adeyemi was said to have been indisposed, prompting Justice Mohammed Umar to adjourn the matter. So it's going to be arraigned tomorrow, Tuesday. Looks like this is, being expedited here, really, barrister. It was 30 days that the president gave ICPC, but now it's going to be arraigned tomorrow. Yeah.
Toba.
Yes.
The news you have read, doesn't it sound contradictory even to you? You know, this is part of the reasons why I have my grouses with the Tinubu-led government. They are always putting the cart before the horse. And when you do that, you don't get results. How can you detail the ICPC to conduct investigation and you have not gotten your report yet, and you are, arraigning one person in court? These are some of the things that these people do. Why cases will last years in courts, because in the middle of the trial, then they will say they want to amend their charges because they have gotten new facts. Why don't you wait until you exhaust the investigative panel and you get your report, and then you know who is fit for arraignment?
So you think this is hasty? You think this is hasty?
I think it is hasty. We should wait for the report of the ICPC so that we know all those who may be culpable, and then all of them will be arraigned together.
Right. Okay, let's open the phone lines now. 0906 2000 949, 009 7000 949, 0705 5000 949, Facebook 32FM 949. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Barrister, good morning. This is okay. Barrister, like just in the CFIC, I said it, I think it was last week, when I said this is part of the thing that will make the case get to court. They throw it away, probably on technical ground. And I think this is what they plan, and that is how they lose it. Toba, please, on the issue, is this government thing sensitive? I'm talking about the increase in WAEC. You read it for WAEC and
Yes.
We need to ask a lot of questions. What in Nelson, they brought in Nelson, university institutions were increased by 100%. It's like they don't want the ordinary man to go to school. The basic secondary education. It should really cut. What is all this? Why is the president being insensitive? It's like the proverbial devil who gives with the right hand and connects with the left.
Good morning. All right, 0906 2000 949, 0705 5000 949, 009 7000 949. You can join us on Facebook, 32FM 949 Feyye. That's the social media platform. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, sir.
Ade from UI.
Right.
I want to comment on the increase in YQ.
Okay.
And I think for me, the supporter of this government, they have been telling me right from time that education is not supposed to be for everybody. Education is not cheap. So I think 50,000 naira is not too much for a government that is reforming. I'm encouraging the president to increase it to like 100,000, 150,000. Since education is not meant for everybody, let's have the best of it.
Oh, right. 0906 2000 949, 009 7000 949. And speaking of that story, quickly, Barrister, they say, okay, let me take this. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
It's Prince Bumia, Deputy calling from
Welcome.
You see, most of our leaders benefited from free education. Even most of them enjoyed the goodwill of our. And today, that is the case. Yes, if education is expensive, we should buy ignorance. But in a situation whereby we have, we want to reduce the rate of out of school children, government should look for a way to come in now so that these people can be able to afford 50,000 naira. We know WAEC is a national body, but there is a way the Nigerian government can reduce it. They can subsidize this. They must pay attention to education, because if they don't pay attention to education today, it will haunt them in future. That is what we have been facing due to insecurity in Nigeria, whereby we neglect the Alimanjiris, the children of the poor on the streets. Now, most of them turn to Boko Haram and others now, and they are terrorizing us today. So let them look for a way to reduce it. Right. Let government fund education. That's my solution. Good morning.
Good morning. Right. So they say that the federal government, through the Ministry of Education, gave approval to the National Examination Council, (NECO) and WAEC to increase registration for the exam to 50,000 naira, starting from 2027. So the fee jumped from 30,000 to 50,000 for NECO, and for WAEC it will jump from 27,000 to 50,000 naira. But I also remember that at the time, in secondary school, some governors, were offsetting the fees for WAEC and NECO, including the current president. He did that as Lagos State governor. So, I'm just wondering where this is coming from, especially given the current hardship in the country.
Well, Toba, this has always been my argument when people bring this issue of students' loan as a credit to the current administration. To me, it is like giving with a right hand and collecting it back with the left. How much were our children paying in schools before the loan arrangement was made? Because now, students in universities, for instance, are paying between 300 to 400,000 naira per session. And then you say you are giving them. Are you thinking of their parents? How are they going to source their money? Majority of who are on 70,000 naira per month, which is the minimum wage. Now, if government is indeed for the people, the welfare and the security of the people, if we removed subsidy from petroleum products because some people were stealing it, couldn't we have put that money, for instance, in education? Because that is our tomorrow. Like the caller rightly said, is it not those who Awolowo said, if we fail to educate them, what is happening now will happen? And so, what is the government's program for the next 10 years, for the next 20, 50 years? Do we still want to continue having our marginaries and our children on the streets begging and what have you, making it a body of illiterate? No. Government should review its policies. Right. This is why, for instance, I have been very, very hard on Tinubu's reforms, because to me, it is most inhumane, and that's the truth.
All right, let's go on Facebook now. Omar Adekunle says, it is unfortunate that YK and public tertiary education fees continue to rise under the current APC government, while Nigerian families can barely afford to feed. Ironically, many of today's leaders benefited from free and affordable education when they were growing up. Education should never become a privilege reserved for the rich. The government must take education more accessible and affordable for every Nigerian child. This one says, good morning to you in the studio. That's Samson Ademuagun. The WAEC fee is too much. Why? Because government came up with the policy to scrap GSS to reduce out-of-school children. There should be a way the government to subsidize it for the student. If they fail to do so, out-of-school children would also increase. Sulaiman Sheriff says, good morning and happy productive new week to everyone. We thank God for Uri Abductee's successful rescue. We must also commend the gallantry of our security agencies who were involved. It is commendable for them, but there are still 176 women and children in captivity from Woro community in Kwara State since February 3rd. We shouldn't forget them. The Grassy government and the federal government should not forget to do the needful. Okechukwu Ansem says, good morning, Toba. The president is an insensitive president, increasing YK and NECO fees. He said there was NEL fund and ISO increased tuition to over 200%. Now WAEC and NECO, is it that it doesn't want the ordinary Nigerian to have basic secondary school education? Michael Lawale says, good morning, Toba. People were questioning the release not because they don't trust the process, but because a lot has been happening in this country. Same politicians with bandits or government officials. Okay, this one says, good morning to Luana Shea. Adetola says, good morning. The successful rescue of the Uri Abductees is a huge relief and victory for the people of the state. We thank God for preserving their lives and commend the courage and sacrifice of our security agencies. Our thoughts remain with the family of the teacher who lost his life, and we pray for the speedy recovery of all the rescued victims. May this strengthen our resolve to improve security and ensure our schools remain safe for every child. Okay, thank you very much for your comment. Okay, let me take this last one. Anyone can believe anything about the release of the abductees purely because they were not involved in the saga. If non-state actors were involved in the release of the people, some will believe that the government believe them more than the government, because some people are biased against the government. The important thing is that these children were released. Some people were expecting negative things to happen to the abductees, but it wasn't so. Anyone in doubt about the whole issue can approach Defense Ministry to get updated news. Congratulations to PBAT, GSM, military, and those who stood by the truth. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you, Barrister, for your analysis. Thank you, dear listener. Don't forget to stay tuned to your laughter station. And will soon be here in a couple of minutes on the Smart Kids Show. My name is OLORUNTOBA YUSUF. Enjoy the rest of your Monday morning. Bye for now.
Okay, good morning, boys and girls. How are you doing today? Hope you slept well and the bugs did not bite. Smart kids, it's time to shine, shine, shine. Yes, Auntie Sumbo is excited to be here today. Happy New Week to you. And to my friends that are starting their exams today, I wish you all the best in your exams. I hope you've read. Of course, remember that we read to understand. We do not read to cram. I wish you all the best. I wish you success in your exams. Please break a leg. When I say break a leg, I don't mean literally break your leg, but I mean have a wonderful exam and make sure you pass all your exams. Good morning and welcome to your number one kiddies program on radio, the Smart Kids Show. Quickly, let's take a listen to the instructions of the show. Once we get back, I open the phone line so we'll not be late for classes this morning. Stay tuned and we'll be back.
These are the rules on the Smart Kids Show. Put off your radio set when you get through to the show, or turn down the volume on your radio set. No side comments cause it leads to disqualification. No distractions, no whispers, no telling of answers. You have 60 seconds to answer your questions. You can say next if you do not know the answers to the questions, but you are